Alrighty, it is time for Pegasus, and Pegasus is going up against Bakura, who could prove to be a bit of a tricky opponent. Bakura does have some quick win conditions in his deck. He's got Final Countdown, and he does also have Destiny Board. Bakura he's also just a tricky opponent because there's many different ways that his deck might come at to attack you. Sometimes Bakura doesn't have to attack at all. Sometimes he will throw in full force and attack with Lesser Fiend and Dark Necrofear, and Bakura has started off with Ectoplasma. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, so all of Pegasus's Toon monsters, but Dark Magician Girl, they have to wait a turn before they attack. Hang on, so is Pegasus going to be able to do anything if Ectoplasma is on the field? He's just pulled out Toon Kingdom. And down goes Toon Goblin Attack Force. Pegasus, almost without thinking, has just thrown that down. But, okay, so Pegasus, the only monster that he has that can attack the turn it's summoned, that's a Toon, of course, is Dark Magician Girl. So 1150 off Bakura, he does have 2 Comic Hands available to him, so I guess he could sacrifice the Toon Goblin Attack Force, but Ectoplasma is going to make this match very, very interesting. Alright, Bakura this time just went with the face down defense. There is absolutely nothing Pegasus can do. Without Toon monsters on the field, Toon Kingdom is pretty much useless. But the match is a long way from over yet. What does Bakura have on this turn? Now, Ectoplasma, of course, does count for Bakura as well. With that being on the field, he's only going to be able to have his monsters out for one turn, but the Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams has come to the field. 1300, along with what will be another 650 will come off of Pegasus, so they're fairly even on life points. And, alright, I'm scrolling for comments now. There we are. Alright, there's Shadow Toon, which does Pegasus nothing. He really needs... In fact, it doesn't even matter what Pegasus draws, because if his Toon monsters can't... Oh, there's D-Spell. As well, Pegasus loses Toon Kingdom. And, Toon Kingdom doesn't even protect the Toon monsters from Ectoplasma. I guess they're being tributed, they're not being destroyed. That's probably the nuance in the text as to why that happens. Samwise 495 says, I'm trying to think if Pegasus has ever directly addressed my During the Duelist Kingdom arc. As we see Lesser Fiend come to the field, and I don't think Pegasus ever did. Now that I think of it, because it was Croquet that announced the finalists. And Pegasus was all wrapped up in Yugi fighting the Paravis Millennium Puzzle. That may actually be right. I don't know if Pegasus ever did directly address my... Curious. Now I'll have to think about that next time I'm watching the anime. Moonwolfie says, there was a few times I thought Odeon had him. He did win one duel, which is more than some did. I watched the Transformers cartoon growing up, but I also watched Beast Wars cartoon. For the movies, I saw the first 3 that had Shyla. Megan Fox was in the first 2. I have some of the newer ones with Mark Wahlberg, but I haven't watched them yet. Well, it's still watched more of Transformers than me. I have only seen that first movie, and it was a very long time ago. I don't remember anything about it, except Jazz getting torn in half, and Bumblebee driving off like the start of the movie. And oh, there's Toon Dark Magician Girl. However, Toon Dark Magician Girl also needs Toon World to be able to be played to the field. So Pegasus is in all sorts of trouble here. Ectoplasma is It's almost like a... It almost makes Pegasus's deck impossible to play. Because even if he gets Toon Dark Magician Girl to the field, that still is going to be tough to keep, and Bakora's keeping his card face down, so Pegasus chucks Manga Ryuran. Alright, Moonwolfie also says, Mai kicked his butt in the second duel and then stroked back in the third with clutch draws of Harpy's Hunting Ground and Harpy's Pet Dragon to give Pegasus his second loss. That was an absolute cold draw. Mai had one more card to draw, and if it wasn't a card to destroy Toon Kingdom, she would have lost, as Bakura has selected Man-Eater Bug, and Pegasus, he just can't do anything. He just cannot do anything. He can summon Toon Cyber Dragon, but what would it do? It would be destroyed at the end of the turn. Right, Pegasus is 100% stuck here. We have not seen Pegasus struggle like this throughout his entire run. Gagging Folit says Pegasus was relying too much on Toon World to defend him. He could have attacked Mai's monsters a couple of times and protected himself that way. That is a good point. However, I'm not surprised that Pegasus didn't attack Mai's monsters, because throughout his entire run he hasn't needed to. Usually he can just leave the enemy's monsters on the field and just go straight for life points, which has almost been the whole strategy for Pegasus. He has very rarely actually attacked enemy monsters. He's always just opted to go around the defense, as we see the Illusory Gentleman now has been sent from the field as well. Pegasus is running out of life points, and he does not have... I mean, he just does not have enough to... Oh, what does he do here? He could go in for the attack with Dark Rabbit, but... Saxpack Abs says, thanks for the kind words about my mum. She's getting chemo and immunotherapy at the moment. Not sure if she needs a transplant, but they think the current treatment could be enough. Well, fingers crossed that the treatment that they are giving does prove effective, and if it isn't, hopefully they can catch it early before anything develops further and they can opt for transplant. But no, just fingers crossed that the current treatments will have a positive result. As Opticlops comes to the field, wipes out Toon Alligator, Dark Mimic level 3 on the attack, and Ectoplasma, I believe, yes, is going to end this one, because Opticlops will do 900. Well, that was a... Jeez, Bakura did that easy. Ectoplasma absolutely made Pegasus's deck non-functional. We have not seen Pegasus beaten like that yet. Glendevo says, it warms my heart to see Mai beat Pegasus, given how hard his deck has been to beat. Granted, he bricked a few times, but this is my official headcanon for how she beat him in the Seal of Orichalcos arc. I reckon Mai was underutilized in the anime. I reckon she should have won a little bit more. I reckon she should have hit a final. Like a final championship match. But I guess I had to focus the story around Yugi and Joey in the Duelist Kingdom era, and then of course they had to focus the story around Marik. So, alright, Opticlops out straight away here. There's Toon Alligator. Bakura finished the duel with Opticlops, and he's starting the duel with him this time. It's not a fantastic starting hand from Pegasus. He's got 2 regular Toon Worlds. Mecha Jason says, Mai, I'm the first one to beat Pegasus. Weevil, you're the second. I'm the first. And then, who cares about being the first? Being the last is and what anyone will care of. Yeah, that is, well, that's the one that people will remember the most. But Weevil, his deck as well actually proved quite useful for Pegasus, as Pegasus has drawn a bit of a brick this time. He's just played a regular Toon World. He's got another one in his hand, but at the cost of 1,000 life points as well. Sukowski says Megan Fox has a genetic condition called Brachydactyl type D. It's a mutation that causes club thumbs. Oh, there you go. I have not heard of that before. And Sukowski also says, wow, way to go, Mai. Talk about the heart of the cards. That was 100% heart of the cards draw when she pulled that Harpy's Hunting Ground. If she pulled anything else, she would have lost. Or unless maybe it was a D-spell, but if she pulled anything that couldn't have back rank effect, it would have been another Pegasus victory. Pegasus is currently at 11-2, and it's not looking good. It's looking like it's going to be 11-3. It's a, would you call it a bit of a brick hand? Now, Pegasus does have a Mimicat, but Bakura hasn't got any monsters on the field. Oh, sorry, in his graveyard. Oh, he does now. Dark Mimic level 1 has sent itself off the field for Dark Mimic level 3, so Pegasus will be able to activate Mimicat. And then Soul Exchange, he may actually... Never mind. Monster, he's taking it from Pegasus's graveyard. Dark Rabbit. Well, that's unknowingly for Bakura, but if Bakura used that Monster Reborn to take Dark Mimic level 1 out of his own graveyard, it would have left Pegasus with nothing able to play, but obviously Bakura can't see Pegasus's hand. Well, Pegasus, I better get through these comments. This one, it looks like it's going to be a quick one, but it's not going to go in Pegasus's favor. Oh, there's only one more. Emperor Pikachu says, way to go, Mai. Was kind of rooting for her. She is my second favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Girl after Alexis. So sorry to hear about your mum passing, and Sax Pack Abs. I will be keeping you in my prayers. Thanks, Emperor Pikachu. Much appreciated. As well, much love. As Mimicat is played now, so Dark Mimic level 1 is going to come to Pegasus's field. He drew Toon Mermaid as well. And Soul Exchange is activated, so Opticlops targeted. And Toon Dark Magician, which has a good effect. That can pull Toon monsters from the deck to the field, ignoring their summoning conditions. Is there a Toon monster that Pegasus could use right now, which could be very, very handy for him? And, it's a Trap Hole. Well, it's a regular Toon World. It's not Toon Kingdom that's on the field, so Trap Hole is able to destroy Dark Magician. This has been an absolute shocker for Pegasus. It looked like he may have been just about to get back into it. And, he's still got the defense. Not anymore. Would you believe it? Bakura has played a D-spell, so Toon Mermaid had 1500 defense, which could have held the attacks off unless Bakura had another monster in his hand, which he did. Lesser Fiend, but D-spell, Bakura was ready if Pegasus did have a Toon Kingdom. And this is not the way I thought this one would go. Bakura didn't need Fiend Sanctuary. Oh, Dark Sanctuary, sorry. He did not need Destiny Board. He needed Ectoplasma and a D-spell. And that was it. Pegasus has been absolutely smashed to bits by Bakura. He's got 2 games left, Mako and Arcana, and Pegasus now is on a losing streak. He's lost his last 2 matches, and his seemingly unbeatable Toon deck by the Battle City deck standards is no longer... It looks like he's going to be struggling to beat Mako and probably going to struggle to beat Arcana. Well, anyway, well, that's it. Bakura picks up the win. And yes, tomorrow, Mako and Pegasus. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.